Yeah, definitely here. So we are loaded into this game. So we're gonna go ahead and start casting this game. In the bottom right hand corner of Iron Fortress, it is our Team Ascension Pro player, the Terran player with no match history for me to see, or StarCraft 2 is bugged. We'll know in a moment because it's Team Ascension Pro's Dolan.
And his opponent on the bottom left-hand side of the map, we have Crayon spawning in as the purple Zerg from Endurance Esports. Yes, indeed. Actually, definitely appreciate you telling me actually look at those things because that makes it a lot easier, especially when you're using one of the overlays that actually doesn't show the clan tag at the front of it. So it's just like, I don't know exactly what's going on here.
Yeah, it's you get sometimes you gotta look for clues when you're doing production, and you're just like, do I know this? Do I not know this? There's definitely been some times where I'm just like, I don't know any information, and then it's like staring at me right in front of my face here.
Why can't I see it?
But we do see a barracks going down at the top of the ramp for Terran player Dolan. So gonna be a pretty normal opener, getting the gas afterwards. So he's gonna go ahead with that Reaper opening that we're also familiar with, and we're gonna see a hatch verse from Crayon. So definitely a ZVT that's not any different from any other ZVTs that we've seen so far.
Yep, no crazy pool first or into some sort of roach timing from Karan. Looks like he's just wanting to play it standard and get up his drones, get up his tech probably, and just kind of do what Zerg does best and just macro.
Yeah, definitely. So we're gonna see that that pool is gonna go down after the gas actually. So that gas is going to be kind of a key thing here to see if he's going to do more of like a speedling opener or if he's just going to go ahead and go straight to lair. The early gas definitely shows that there's some sort of intent with this build instead of just, you know, doing the normal Zorg drone on thing. So
Yes, indeed. We do have the Reaper coming on out. So you called it. Nice job, Hawkeye. That's going to be able to get in out Cran's everything by the book at the moment.
yeah, definitely. So we are going to see this Reaper's going to come out. So Reaper is actually going to go ahead and go to the correct position here. So good chances by Dolan to think that his opponent might be in the bottom left hand, and he's going to be rewarded for it instead of being cross position. And it's also the fastest, so that Reaper getting here pretty quick compared to some of the other bases. But we do see he's going to poke away at this hatchery because what's better than just slightly damaging the hatchery here. So Reaper definitely is going to go ahead and try to get some scouting information and try to take out some of these Zerglings, but not really gonna do too much, just more here or less here to see what's up.
Yes, indeed. We do have a natural CC on the low ground right about now. We also have a factory following this up. Looks like it might be Hellions because we have a reactor on this barracks.
Yeah, and so we're gonna see that here, and we do see that there's a speed, speed for Zerglings being researched, and keeping one in gas. So definitely looking to accumulate some of that gas here slowly, but still kind of focusing on some of that mineral income. But Zerglings are gonna get a quick win here, hopefully. But actually, this SCV is gonna live. So, ooh, super close.
Yes, no,
Five
that's
health.
good. That was a really close one, but good Nitro there from Dolan, keeping that alive as long as possible.
Yeah, so
Always good to see.
yeah, so
We
we're
do
gonna
have
see.
metabolic boost. Oops, sorry.
Yeah, we're gonna see another factory actually coming out here. So double factory, you know what that means? Either lots of tanks or it's meching time.
Mm. The mech Terran. Always good to see. It's an interesting species too because normally you expect Terran, at least bio, to be super aggressive, but most of the time mech is just sit back and grow. I definitely think mech in itself is an interesting style away from what you would normally think about Terran.
Yeah, mech Terran definitely is a completely different style from bio, and we see that over multiple iterations. Especially with the MVP versus MMA series and Innovation recently against Bial. We saw a little bit of appearance of Mech, I believe. And so, definitely definitely a completely different style coming out. And actually, we might just see like a mass Hellion to start us off with. So, 2 reactor factors to get Hellions out, and we do see an Armory's on the way, so this is going to be a Hellbat timing. So, we do see that the lair is going down, and we see the Baneling Nest is coming up, and we see the Roach Ward's already been created too. So, this is going to be a stellar defense by Crayon if he can get in time, but we do see that there are a ton of Hellions already here starting to clear some creep.
Meanwhile, back in the main base, we have a run-by of Zerglings that are going to be able to get up into the tech of both the main base. Actually going to be able to take out a couple SCVs here, maybe. And definitely taking advantage of an opening in Dolan's armor, so to speak.
Yeah, definitely, but there's just not enough roaches here, so a ton of Hellions are going to come in. They're going to start frying up all the drones here, still pointing at these queens, so we're going to see that these roaches are going to continue to go ahead and try to defend here, but there's just too much AoE here. There's too much damage going down, so a lot of drones being fried so far. So far 7, but there are 10 SCVs going down at the other side of the base, so Ling's actually doing a lot of work as a counterattack, but there's still these Hellbats here.
Yes, and that's going to be kind of annoying to deal with, especially since he's producing a large amount of Lings, where he has to kind of focus more on his roach production, I think, in order to kind of pull out with this.
Yeah, so we're going to see a ton of Lings coming out, 2 more queens and 2 more roaches, but I think he's going to hold on barely, but we do see that the supply is in the favor of our Zerg player right now, but that's just because of a worker count here, so we do see a little bit of it with the army, but Hellions are going to try to get some shots off at these drones, but they really have to be careful here, but these roaches are going to come in and some more drones are going to go down, 6 of them, so
yeah, and lots of damage is going to get done here from Dolan onto Crayon, able to kill about 14 workers killed throughout that entire little engagement, where Crayon was able to get about 10. So more or less they've gotten that worker count fairly evened up, and now that the Hellions are starting to get cleaned up, we might see our players kind of stabilize a little bit here.
yeah, so we're going to see 2 more Hellions. They're going to try to get a couple more drone kills here. Roaches are nowhere in sight because they're going to go ahead and mounting an offensive at the other side of the map here. So Lings are going to start doing the precursor. We see a bunker going down, but the roaches are here, so this bunker's not going to be done in time. So roaches are going to start stutter stepping over. We do see that the supply depot went down for a split second, but it's going to get taken out here, not going to be able to get repaired. So roaches are going to come in. We do see there's 1 Marauder here, and SCV is going to get pulled off the line, and the Widow Mine as well. So Widow Mine's going to actually get down, but there might be some friendly fire here. But 15 SCVs down so far, so a very, very successful attack by
18, 19, 21. So much damage done to the worker line here. 23 total SCVs killed. That is insane.
Yeah, and we're gonna see both players are starting to stabilize here, but our Zerg player is just definitely doing some work, and even the Hellions being taken out by a drone. Where's that hero drone? We gotta recognize him for his kill. No, actually that's a queen that got that kill, but it looked like a drone did. But some more Zerglings are on their way, and I think they might just end it with some Banelings, and even the command center is not going to be saved here. But oh, we do see a repairing SCV behind the name tag, but a decent amount of Zerglings are going to get taken out by these Widow Mines here, but they're just going to run into some Hellbats, so they're going to be pushed away.
Yeah, we do have the Spire finished up and in production now, so maybe Crayon's going to try to get up into main base and get some SCVs kills there, and if he can keep up with that, I mean, right now he's a 40 supply, or as 40 workers ahead of his opponent, which is giving him insane economic advantage.
Yeah, so we do see that the supply is 93 to 30 right now, so this is going to be the final assault by Dolan here, and we're going to see if Dolan's going to be able to pull something off, but I think it's just too much. Even the Mutalisks are here. There's only one thing that can shoot up, so Crayon's going to take that first game from Endurance Esports.
Yep, just had gotten too much SCV kills, I think, and because of that was able to kind of overpower his opponent's army when he did move out with that last little push to try to take the game.
Yeah, so Zuka, what do you think happened there? Like, was it just the Hellbats not doing enough damage here, or do you think that the counter damage was the thing that was crippling for Dolan? Like, what are your thoughts on this game in general and where things could have gotten better for our Terran player, Dolan?
Um, is the big problem for the Terran player. It was he took a lot of damage from the pressure. And because of that, he couldn't keep up with the opponent as far as production is considered. And that's already difficult enough when you're playing against Zerg. Because of the way that their macro works, because of the way their production works, they can pop out, oh, hey, I want 20 roaches right now, and they can pop them out. But the Terran player has to kind of build up an army. So when you lose a lot of SCVs like that, it takes a big hit to what you can do for the rest of the game until you kind of catch up as far as